All right. Hello. Welcome to what's this third Sunday? Yeah, I think this is the third Sunday video. Uh, this video is gonna be about two things. Thing number one, we're gonna talk about the power of fear and how that could work in both ways. It's a two-way street, actually. You just have to choose which way you want to look. And number two, we're gonna talk about vision and how honestly that is your key to everything in your life. So, first things first, let's talk about fear a little bit. So, I have a interesting relationship with fear. Um, as a as a youngin, actually, I struggled with social anxiety, and I guess just standard anxiety as well. I wouldn't say I had like a terrible childhood, but there were specific moments that I could still recall to this day that were probably, I don't know, it might have added to that source of anxiety, or at least caused it. My social anxiety really blossomed and bloomed in middle school, and early high school. So, a, I guess a little more backstory. I was homeschooled up until, I guess technically the eighth grade. When I went to public school, no, it was actually, sorry, when I went to private school, that's what it was. They, there was something wrong with the transcripts or whatever, so they put me in eighth grade. But I already had completed eighth grade, but it was whatever. So that's where I started in private school. But technically, I was supposed to be in ninth grade, and so was my brother. That was a whole ordeal that we just don't have to go any further into. But anyway, that's where it really, I guess that's where I noticed it the most, because I was always socially anxious. Again, I'd say primarily due to certain events in my childhood, which I won't get into right now. And that just limited my, well, limited a lot of things actually. It limited my worldview because fear definitely limits your worldview. So does social anxiety. It limited my circle of influence. I didn't have as much. What's the word? I guess leverage. I didn't have much social leverage because due to my social anxiety, my mind automatically put me in a position of like lesser than, in the sense of they know more than me, or like they're better than me, or whatever like that. That's how my mind saw those, like, social situations. So it limited, let's see, what was it? Limited my understanding of reality. I'm probably rephrasing the first point, but that's fine. Limited my influence, and it limited my vision. There were things as a kid that I can still recall back to, like building an Iron Man suit, which I'm still working towards. Um, I I really did want to create films. That was another thing. And I enjoyed photography, and I enjoy Legos. I still very much enjoy Legos. If you guys ever are interested in a video specifically about Legos, I will make that. And I still might make it anyway, because I don't care necessarily, but it would be nice. Um, what was I talking about? Right. So, fear and what it did to me, and social anxiety. So, I dealt with social anxiety. Now, I say I dealt with it. I still deal with it from time to time, but I have better methods to recognize it and actually push against it. Um, but I dealt with it from, I don't know, as far young as I can remember up until, honestly, I'd say a couple years ago. No, last year. Yeah. Yep. Um, and it just wasn't good for me. It would make me feel, I guess, unwanted, like I didn't belong, or all of that stuff. And it just really limited what, not what I was capable of, but what I will allow myself to do in this world. So the main change that happened to me was when I went on a camping trip with a good amount of friends. Uh, Most of those people I weren't close with, but I always loved adventure. And I believe at that point in my life, I saw something that I was not necessarily keen of, but something that could work out as an adventure. So I went for it, and man, I really enjoyed it. We got rained on for like the first night. It was just like a full night of rain. And honestly, looking back, those are probably one of my best memories so far. I mean, I'm 23, so I got more to go. But as of now, I will always remember that night because we had to set up the girls' tent. The boys' tent was already up. I mean, the girls' tent was up too, but the girls' tent had a leak because, of course it did. So we had to set up tarps around or like above the tent to make sure that the water just drained in like a certain way. Kind of make like a makeshift gutter system. And man, we got soaked to the bone. It was great. I was climbing trees. Never climbed a tree before. It was more of scaling a tree. I wouldn't say I climbed a tree. I got up to like the first branch or whatever that I can get to, so we can tie the rope to it. And yeah, wearing glasses in the pouring rain, it's gets a bit hard to see. If you know, then you know. But anyway, that broke me out of my comfort zone, and it gave me that sense of, I guess, a little bit of adrenaline. Um, because like sometimes social anxiety feels like flight or fright. But no, fight or fight or flight. Yeah, there we go. Um, but I'm also an adrenaline junkie, so I think I just kind of, gained something from that in a positive way. And these guys are friends, and I grew closer with them, and we just had conversations, stuff like that. And it just taught me that like socializing ain't that scary, and even if it is, it's worth it. So, fast forwarding to today, I am honestly a completely different person than the person that I was about a year and a half ago, which is great because I never want to be the same person year after year, in the sense that I always want to be improving in a way that I won't recognize the person that I was. Yeah, we'll put it that way. So now I'm more of a go-getter, I guess, for lack of better terms. Excuse me. And I don't really allow fear or social anxiety to control me like it once did. I don't remember where I heard this like statement or quote or whatever, but someone said, because I watch a lot of YouTube, that's what I do. Someone said if it scares you, but it's something that you want to do, go for it, because that's a sign that like it can work out. Like, so then that's like, I'm butchering that quote. Let me just put that out there. But the main gist of it is, if I want something, and then the steps I need to take to get to where I want to be is scary, then that tells me that the reward is even greater than whatever the fear is trying to tell me. And you can see that in this. With the social anxiety, I just didn't really want to be on camera. But here I am, and I'm on my, let's see, was this my 15th or 16th video? If it's been 3 weeks, 5 videos. I know I did a double video as my first one because I had to re-upload it, I believe. So yeah, I believe 16th. This will be my 16th video. That's not bad. This is almost a month's worth of YouTube. And past me couldn't even be able to fathom doing like a whole week with my face on the screen, because my previous videos didn't have my face. And I can tell I'm getting better at this, which goes to my point. And also, if I look over here, it's because my monitor is over here, and I need to learn to look right here. So it's just gonna take me a bit. But yeah, it's getting easier. I wouldn't necessarily say it's getting less scary, but it's getting easier to differentiate the fear from, I guess, just like what I actually want to do, which is this stuff. And I'm noticing more mental momentum with the ventures that I'm going after, like my photography stuff, building a videography LLC with my friend. And we're going to go into real estate, and honestly, wherever else. Well, not at wherever else, but wherever else we want to go with it. And that's just going to be really interesting. It's going to be a journey. Yeah, it's going to be nice. And also, I'm just not really afraid to make mistakes anymore, because here's the thing about the end of the day, or at the end of the day. I'd rather know that I made a mistake with good intentions, than go to bed knowing that I didn't do anything at all, out of fear. So, yeah. Oh, I never talked about the vision part. So when it comes to vision, I believe vision is what you get. Like, real actionable vision is what you get when you learn how to overcome and understand and then overcome your fear. Because it just allows you to see so much more possibilities in your life. I strongly actually believe that if I continue to overcome my fears and this kind of stuff, I can be a filmmaker. I can, like, do podcasts or do like more cinematic stuff. I can do the things and finally achieve the goals that I have wanted to achieve for so long, that I haven't been working on, because I've just been scared of. I don't freaking know what I was scared of, to be honest with you. Because it's not that bad. And even if it is, you're still doing the thing. But yeah, I would still say that vision is the culmination of understanding and managing your fear. And I think that's all I got for today on this fine Sunday, June 14th. So, yeah, that's all I got. So now I'm just going to finish this recording, edit it, color grade it, title it, and upload it. And then you guys will be able to see it. I will do a premiere. I do want to start more live premieres. Why not? I don't know if it does anything, but why the heck not? My videos should get a premiere, so I'll make it a premiere. Alright, that's all I got. So I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. And thank you for watching. Peace.